Hello you guys, welcome to Backroad Money, or welcome back if you've been here before. So we've got 25 ways to save money on grocery shopping. It's quite a long list, so we're just going to get into it. So grab yourself something to drink here. I've got my little Minnie Mouse cup here. Okay, so number one, don't shop hungry. For several reasons. One, because you don't want to get all, upset and hangry and all that. But two, you'll wind up spending more money because you'll wind up buying things that, or at least I do, wind up buying things that I want to eat on the way home because I'm hungry and everything looks good. All the things. So number two, shopping your freezer, pantry, and refrigerator. That way you know what you already have on hand, that you need to, things that you need to buy, things you need to use up, that kind of thing. Number three is looking at your ads. So whatever stores you shop at, make sure you know what's on sale at those stores. Maybe you want to just go to one store, but regardless of how you do it, whether you go to a lot of stores or just one, make sure you look, then make a plan. And I don't mean an entire meal plan, like you know what you're having, Monday through Sunday. Just have an idea. Have a few things in your head so you know what your plan is here. Number 5 is to use your store rewards program. Now, what I mean is use their loyalty card, because they keep track of what you buy, so that what you buy, how much you spend, all of that. They give you points, and so they'll give you deals, coupons, and anything that pertains to your shopping, the way you shop. We've saved a lot of money doing that. Last week we saved just $18 by using a 10 off 50 and $2 off of produce, $1 off any purchase, that kind of thing. So make sure you load that up on their website or on your app. They're really great. Number 6, make a list and stick to it. So I don't mean you can't buy any treats or anything, but if you take the time to make the list as to what you need to get, and you have that idea in your head, there's nothing wrong with buying a little, a treat here and there, but put that on your list. So number 7 is, if you can afford it, if you have enough room in your budget, then, buy a little bit for next week or whatever. If you find something on sale, instead of buying one, buy maybe 2 or 3 or however much you can afford. That way you have a little bit set aside, for later. Let's see. Number 8 is coupons. I have a love-hate relationship with coupons. So I used to be a coupon queen. I had Costco at my house. Now, coupons are awesome if you use them. You don't need to, though, necessarily. Nowadays we've got a lot of digital coupons, and if you have the time, that is definitely something to check into, and they do save you a lot of money. I'm just going to leave it at that because I could talk about that for an entire video. Okay, next one is shopping less often. So if you're a person who goes shopping every day after work because you're going to pick up something here and there. Now, I've heard that argument of, I'm going to buy it anyway. What does it matter if I buy it, every day or later? Well, here's the problem with that, is you can't take advantage of sales if you don't plan ahead. And the other thing is the more times you go into the grocery store, the more option or opportunity you have to spend a lot more money than necessary. Because every time I go into the grocery store, it's at least $50. Next up is using a calculator. And definitely the reason for this is so that you can tally up how much you're spending, so you don't wind up getting to the register and going, oh my gosh, I had no idea. You don't want to do that. So definitely use the calculator. Number 11 is to change the way you see your meals. So the majority of the way that we see breakfast, lunch, and dinner has been delivered to us by advertising. So just think that through a little bit. If you have quite a bit of stuff in your house right now for breakfast, let's say you have it for dinner. Let's say you have it for lunch. Maybe you have breakfast burritos for lunch, or, I mean, just kind of think outside the box right there. So if we think about dinner the night before, we can have it thought out and ready to go and get it out of our head. Less things to think about. Now, you guys, I'm looking at my list down here. So if you notice me looking down, that's why. Okay. So the next one is using an app like we use Rakuten. It used to be called Ebates, now it's called Rakuten. It's an app that when you download it, you go through the app to go to whatever store you want to go to. And in this particular case, the grocery store. So if you do a pickup order, you can, like for example, Safeway, they have a 1% cash back on that, and you literally get a check. There's no keeping track of receipts, scanning receipts, none of that stuff. So definitely check that out. I don't have any sponsorship or anything with them. It's just something that I use. And so, okay. Number 14 is weighing your produce. And that way you don't get up to the check register and you're spending $10 and you thought you were only spending maybe $2.50 because, you know, they were 99 cents a pound. Say you bought apples, they were 99 cents a pound, and you didn't realize you got that many, and now they're $10. So definitely weigh it. That way you can keep track of how much you're spending. Okay, number 15 is all along the produce line is possibly buying your produce in a bag. So it's a lot cheaper if you buy it in a bag rather than buying it individually. Whether you're buying apples, oranges, potatoes, more than likely it'll be cheaper if you buy it that way. Instead of, like, I don't know, 99 cents a pound, it's 5 pounds for $2.50. So definitely check that out. Number 16 is buying spices in bulk. So instead of buying your, say, turmeric or whatever it is you need for a recipe, instead of buying the bottle, buying it in bulk, because you can save so much that way. You can buy your 2 or 3 teaspoons or tablespoons or whatever it is that you need and spend literally cents rather than spending $7 or $8, you know, however much it is for the bottle when you're only going to use it once. 16, nope, we already did 16. 17. So making things at home that you can make at home, you know, such as cookies, potato salad, any of that kind of stuff. Right now a lot of us have some excess time, so we could do that. Now, a lot of things are a lot cheaper to make at home, so that's where I'm going with this. If your concern is time, I mean, you could buy it, but I mean, we're trying to save money here, so that's why it's on this list. Okay, 18 is buying whole produce rather than buying it all cut up. Now, when you buy it cut up, you're paying for somebody else's time. If buying it cut up is going to keep you from going to a restaurant or to McDonald's, you know, whatever, definitely buy it, come home, throw it on the grill. You know, if that's what it's going to save you some sanity, then definitely do it. The next one is drinking water. Now, I know this is super boring, very boring, but you can't have a save money on groceries list without drinking water. It's free. Okay. Number 20. Wow, we're already at 20. Buying generic when you can. So a lot of us, I like a handful of things that are name brands. Some of them, you know, I don't care about. A lot of times, like, you know, cream of mushroom soup, that kind of thing. I don't care if it's name brand. It doesn't matter. I'm going to stir it in with something anyway. But the thing is most of the time their ingredients are similar. However, sometimes if you're a label reader, definitely read the labels. I know we're looking at saving money here, but if you have certain things that you're absolutely not wanting to get, you definitely need to read the labels on, well, everything, but mainly the generic, whatever it is you're going to buy at the moment. Number 21. So at Safeway or wherever you're happening to be shopping, ask the butcher what time of day they do the markdowns. And when they do the markdowns, there's nothing wrong with this meat. It's perfectly good. It's just the date on it. They can't sell it past whatever the date happens to be. So they put it on a markdown to try to get rid of it. It's perfectly good. Bring it home, put it in your freezer. It's great, and sometimes they're at a huge discount. So number 22 is using cash. And cash, the great thing about cash is if you have an envelope, I can't even talk, and you only have $100, say, that's all you can spend. You can't spend any more than that. So once that's gone, it's gone. And it's really great to make sure that you stick within your budget. Okay, number 23 is looking up and down on your shelf, on the shelves. You're in the cereal aisle, look above where all of the name brands are and below. Granted, I mean, there's probably some name brands up and down, but the middle there, where your eye level is, that's where advertisers spend the most money on that. They pay for that spot. So looking up and down is a complete money saver because you're not paying for somebody's advertising. So number 24, check the store for clearance items. So at our store we have, like, there's a little spot in the back of the store that has clearance items. They could be anything from sunblock to bread that was made this morning that they haven't sold. I mean, whatever happens to be. Okay, here's the thing with that though. If you are getting close to your spending your $100 budget, whatever it is, because you're using your calculator, so you know that. So if you are getting close to that, steer clear of the clearance aisle. If you still have more things on your list to get, just so you know, because there may be some things that you think, oh, I didn't even know I needed that, and then you go over on your budget. So, okay, next one is kind of adopting a, if we're out of it, oh well, rule. And just letting everybody in the house know that if it doesn't make it on the list, we're not getting it. And if we happen to run out, we've used too much of it this week or whatever, we're not going back to the store until whatever our grocery shopping day is. That will keep you out of the store so that you're not spending that however much more every time. The going to the store too many times a week fee. So, let's see. Oh, that was number 25. Okay, so pick a few of these, you guys, and see how they work for you. Don't try to do them all at the same time because it'll drive you crazy. Definitely let me know how it goes if you try any of them, or if you have things that you guys do that you think would be helpful. Definitely let us know in the comments. And I post videos every week, and I would love to have you for a subscriber. So I will see you in the next video. Okay.